Hello, Max Broly here. I'm not gonna be long. I know I say that all the time, but except for real, this time I'm not. I just want to touch on the multiple stage names that I've had, and basically the changes. Well, I tend to look at them as transformations, more than anything. So the first stage name that I had, and probably the most recognizable, you know, amongst, what can I say, to the people that have been, listening to me, you understand, about it, friends, and all of that, is MLK, and then from MLK I went on and I graduated to Max Star, and then from Max Star I am at this current, name that I'm at. So MLK was basically, a simplification of my birth name, and my birth name being Mandi like, what that means, it just means to to build, to build from scratch. You understand that? Just here, man, just means stacking up and building the future, whatever it may be. You understand that? So the MLK was basically, derived from that. If you take away a few letters from my birth name, so from Anabana you will get, MLK, and most people kind of thought that it was inspired by the late civil rights, activist, American civil rights activist, which it was not. So the change, I guess the change came from that, from the fact that people thought that I had taken from, from him, and it kind of, disappointed me. You understand? And I understood why people thought that way. Because come on, man, it's like, to me the reason why why I changed it, it was like you ever notice how awkward it is when you at a funeral and you at a grave site, and you're like walking on top of somebody's grave. Maybe they don't have like a tombstone or whatever, but that's someone's grave or whatever. That's so awkward to me. So that's how I kind of felt, having that name MLK. It was like stepping on someone else's grave. You understand? It's disrespectful. Or even worse, trying to build my own legacy on top of someone else's grave. You understand? So it did not feel right to me. So from there I graduated to Max Star, and the star was basically, just me saying that, for each and every individual, you understand? And I believe that, there's a star for them, in the universe, in the cosmos, you understand? So that was just me taking ownership of my star, and me owning that and claiming that by say I'm a star. I don't care how anyone else feels about that, but that's my belief. And that belief has to start, it has to start with me before anyone else sees it, you understand? But the problem began when I kind of saw that name. I think it was a television program, apparently there was this guy too, who was Max Star, he was some producer or editor of some show. So that kind of like bugged me out, and I was like, and so from there I was like, just I was Max, simply, just kind of thinking, understand, about what can I implement, you understand, about it, because Max is too plain for me and for my personality and for my way of thinking, you understand, and my approach to life, you understand, about it. So I kind of left it there as Max, as a kind of a breather, and then it hit me. I understand that the other day I was watching Dragon Ball Z movie, Broly. Yeah, the latest one, Broly. And I was like watching this character, watching this dude. You understand? Like, and the thing that the first thing that I tried to find out was where did that name come from? You know, Broly. You know, and and I found out that it was actually a play on broccoli. You understand? Like, and that was kind of cool. You understand? So I thought, okay, you know, broccoli is not far from me. You know, I don't eat, you know, real broccoli. You understand? But I do smoke it. You understand? So I was like, okay. And then the other thing, as I was watching this character, you know, I kind of saw myself in him a little bit. You know, in terms of like his, you know, the anger that he hides inside, and you know, sometimes he loses it. You know, he doesn't know how to control it. You understand? Even though I'm not, I'm personally working on that. For my, uh, so yeah, it was also that connection and the fact that he was also isolated. In his youth, you know, and growing up and all of that. So that also resonated with me. And the final thing was the physicality. You know, him, you know, having a scar, you know, on his face. You understand? And that was like just it. You understand? Like, cause I also got a sexy scar on my face. Yeah, if you understand. Um, so that's how, you know, Max Brody came about. Understand? And it was just, you know, an ascension, you know, from MLK to Max Star to Max Brody, similar to how, you know, also, you know, Dragon Ball Z characters, you know, they go from Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, you understand, etc., etc., which I have to also say that it's, you know, my all-time favorite, you know, cartoons of all time. um so yeah, that's where the inspiration came from, you know. And I just had to clear that up. You understand it? Because some people were kind of like confused about like what's going on here, and I was quiet about it. You understand? But I hope that will kind of like clarify things just a little bit better. And yeah, it's go time.